Eric Horn here at the Spectrum Center after the Thunder's 123-112 loss to the Charlotte Hornets tonight. It was a strange night from a standpoint of Russell Westbrook got another technical, and it was a really strange technical. He picked one up in the first quarter with about 3:13 left, threw the ball toward an official during a timeout and hit the official in the head and got docked with a technical. Otherwise, it was a good night for Westbrook. Statistically, he finished with 33 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. But that technical, it seemed like, leading up to that point, Westbrook wasn't getting a lot of calls. He had really got hit hard a couple of times driving to the basket. It kind of stemmed back or made you think about the game against Memphis where he wasn't getting a lot of calls and he grew frustrated. But on the play where he picks up the technical, he throws the ball toward the official and Trey Maddox, and it hits the official in the head. And Westbrook didn't look like he meant to do it. Billy Donovan said Westbrook didn't mean to do it. Westbrook was adamant that he didn't mean to do it. He said that's something that gets you thrown out of games, and that was never his intention to hit the official. But on the day where, or during this same week where Westbrook had 2 technicals rescinded off of his record and brought him back down to 9 technicals for the year, he gets another in tonight's game. Basically, after the game, the crew chief did explain it as Westbrook hit the official in the head with the ball, and that's why he got the tech. The crew chief said that Westbrook, instead of handing it to a closer official, threw it and hit him with it, and that's why he was docked with it. It's a possibility it could get rescinded. It probably should be, since Westbrook didn't mean to do it. He was pretty just adamant and very animated. At one point, Mo Cheeks, the Thunder assistant, had to go off of the court with Westbrook and leave the bench and go back into the tunnel, and then they returned to the bench shortly thereafter in the first half. But again, it's a technical that could get rescinded by the league, and Westbrook could be back down in the 9. It takes 16 in order to get a 1-game suspension, and Westbrook was on his way to that through 35 or 36 games. Aside from that, it was a good night from the Thunder's big men. It was a really physical game. Hornets ended up going to the line 49 times, almost doubled the Thunder at the line. They actually did double the Thunder at the line. Billy Donovan said that the Thunder didn't play great defense at times. As you can see, with 123 points, the Thunder didn't have quite the defensive integrity that they had against the Bucks late in the game. Nicholas Batum hits a big 3 for the Thunder. They have to foul a bunch later in the game in order to slow down the game and stop the clock and get extra possessions. But it was one of those games where it was physical from the onset, and it was clear that the officials we're going to be letting some of the physicality go, and it happened to hurt the Thunder early on in the game because Westbrook was getting into the lane. Steven Adams was getting hacked pretty hard, as was Victor Oladipo. Pretty much everybody who tried to go to the hole for the Thunder was getting hit pretty hard. Even though Westbrook got to double-digit free throws, there were a lot of calls that could have went in his favor as well. Thunder dropped to 21-15. First half of a back-to-back, they got to go to Houston on Thursday night, which is going to be tough with James Harden and company on 2 days rest. So the Thunder usually gets up to play the Rockets, but with 2 straight losses on the road trip, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond in Houston. And not to mention, it's a marquee matchup with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, the 2 triple-double kings of the NBA right now. Here's some post-game reaction from Russell Westbrook and Billy Donovan.
Russell, did you get what was the explanation from the official on that play in the first quarter where you received the technical?
I have no idea. I called his name. He turned right at me. Then he looked away. He did. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I really don't. You know what I mean? I'm not the type of guy. I would never, ever disrespect the game in that way, throw the ball at a referee. I've never done it before. That's just not even heard of in our game today. If you do that, you get kicked out the game. That's not allowed, and I would never do such a thing. And, to get a tech, it's crazy to me, but, I take the good with the bad.
I imagine you're feeling pretty good about where you're at, and how disappointed is you couldn't finish at that point?
It's tough. It's tough, especially you put yourself in position to win games throughout the whole game, and not to close out is tough. But, we got to keep our heads. It's going to be a long month for us on the road. We got to be ready to play.
Early in the game, you weren't having a whole lot of breaks go your way. Was it kind of hard to get in the flow of the game?
It happens, man. Like I said, I take the good with the bad, and to continue to strive to help my team win games.
What do you think about the way that Steven has been finishing these past couple games? He's been pretty efficient for you.
Great.
On that drive in the basket, and I think it was in the first quarter, and a couple guys landed on you. Was that Brute?
Yeah.
Like, a little dead leg?
Yeah,
there,
they need like, 3 guys laying on me, but hey, something happened. I don't know, man. Just try to get up. I hit my knee on the floor, but it's all right.
You guys did a nice job controlling, kind of keeping Kimba under control tonight, but then Batum steps up, right?
He put out. He hit a big shot. Got a lot of fouls. We got a lot of calls going to the passes. So.
Steven and Ennis seem to play with a lot of tenacity tonight around the bucket. What'd you get from those guys on the offensive end?
Yeah, I thought both those guys played really well. I mean, Ennis, in that second half, he did a great job of getting the ball deep. He got it in front of the rim. I know he was probably hoping there'd be a few more fouls called in there for him. But he had some plays that just didn't quite go in the basket, and we had some shots there, maybe midway through the fourth, towards the end of the fourth, that we just didn't go in. And I thought Ennis took the ball to the basket strong. We got the ball in good areas of the floor. I thought we had some good looks. We didn't make shots, and then I think coupled with the fact that we were, probably fouled too much, and then gave up those second chance points. And, we weren't able to get enough stops to really kind of keep it close coming down the final 4 or 5 minutes.
How was that technical on Russell in the first quarter explained to you by the officials?
I didn't ask for an explanation at all. I just know that Russell felt terrible about it. Certainly was not done on purpose. The official who came flying in to give the technical, I think Russell went out there to try to explain that he was just throwing. I don't know if he was shooting the ball or throwing to the ball, didn't realize, but in no way was he trying to do that. And I really felt bad for Russell in that situation, because I think when an official gets hit with the ball like that, you're just like, where'd that come from? And I felt bad for the official that he got hit, but I also felt bad. It was just like one of those things that you just felt unfortunate. I felt bad for Russell, and I felt bad for the official that it happened. I don't know, I didn't see the play at all, so I can't even comment on it. But I know I did see the official come flying in from half court through our huddle and signal for a technical foul to our bench. And that's when I heard Russell say, "No, I didn't do it on purpose." So that's when I realized what had happened.
He came in from the direction of the Hornets bench. Is that where he came from?
It looked like he was across at half court, maybe top of the key, extended towards half court when he came in.